Hi and welcome to my channel. Today's video I will be demonstrating how to make bath melts. Now these bath melts you can make in any shape, color, size, whatever. I am just going over the basic formula that I use, and I'm going to also teach you what not to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So to begin with, you're going to want to weigh out some butter. Now for this formula, I chose to use cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is really good for dry skin and skin in general, and it also really helps with the firmness of the finished product. To your cocoa butter, you're going to want to add some emulsifying wax. Now, if you've never seen emulsifying wax before, here's what it looks like. As you can tell, it looks like little pebbles. It's great for binding together all the ingredients and helps to incorporate your fragrance as well. Now it is time to go ahead and put some tin foil on your container. You're going to want to gently heat the ingredients until completely melted. While your cocoa butter and emulsifying wax are slowly melting, you're going to want to take a separate container and you're going to want to add the next ingredient. So the next ingredient is going to be citric acid, as you can see here. Now, citric acid has a whole bunch of different uses. You can use it for laundry purposes, you can use it in canning, even bread making. So it's a very versatile ingredient. And I will try to find a similar citric acid that I use, and I will link it in the description box below. To your citric acid, go ahead now and add some baking soda. So now that both my citric acid and baking soda are combined, I'm going to go ahead and just declump any chunks that I find because I want my finished product to be smooth and not lumpy. Now that my cocoa butter and emulsified wax have completely melted, I am now going to add my colorant. Now this is optional. One thing that I will educate you on that I learned from making this formula multiple times is that I found it easier to use a liquid colorant and add it to the melted ingredients rather than using mica to the powdered ingredients. It just was less messy. I loved the color, the way that it turned out much better. Once I have achieved the color that I like, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my dry ingredients. Now, this is important. Don't add it all at once. Add it slowly, give it a quick stir, and then continue to add more until it's all gone. And you're just going to want to continue to stir until it's all incorporated into the powder. Now that my ingredients are all well combined, it is time to go ahead and put them in the mold. Here are the molds that I chose to use. I chose to use these small circular molds. I will try to see if I can find a link to where you can purchase these, but really you can use any mold that you have handy or that you like. Okay, now that my molds are completely filled, I'm going to go ahead and place them in my freezer for about 45 minutes. Now, this is a freezer that I specifically have dedicated to my crafting. If you do not have one, that's okay. Go ahead and place it in your freezer for anywhere from about 30 to 45 minutes. The reason you put it in the freezer is to let it harden, especially with that cocoa butter, because it takes a while for it to set. Once your product is hardened, go ahead and gently remove it from the mold, making sure that you're pulling the sides of the mold away from your product to release it. I found this was the best way to do it. So here's the finished product once I removed it from the mold. I love the blue color, it's very vibrant. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how you use it. So how you're going to use this bath melt, it's very similar to a bath fizzy or a bath bomb, is you're going to place it in your water. Now here I am showing you putting it in a glass container full of water. It does have a little bit of a fizz to it, but not much. And what I love about it is the oils from the butter will distribute into the water itself and adhere to the skin, making it great for those who have dry skin as it adds moisture. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more DIY formulas, don't forget to like and subscribe.